Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jack and today we are reviewing Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw we had 6-woman tag match, that's what they're called, aren't they? Yeah, 6-woman tag match with the Riot Squad versus Becky, Charlotte and Ronda. Interesting. God, we haven't seen one of those before. Stephanie McMahon talking about the WrestleMania main event and many other things. Let's get right into reviewing it. Remember, leave a like, subscribe. We're close to like 150 subscribers. It's mental. Do it now. Let's get into it. Stephanie McMahon comes out first and says that the main event at WrestleMania on Sunday between Becky Lynch, SmackDown Live Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, and the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey will be a winner takes all. Whoever wins the match will be holding both SmackDown and Raw titles. Interesting move. Obviously, it was either one of two options, either that or whoever pins the champion takes their title kind of deal. So if Becky pinned Charlotte, Becky would be SmackDown Live Women's Champion. If Charlotte beat Ronda, Charlotte would be double champion. I don't know if I like the unified title. If it is going to be unified, we don't know. It's just they're going to have two titles, so it might be on whoever wins is going to be on both shows. We don't know, but it's interesting. I think it, especially looking at Twitter, it's put people on notice, kind of thing. Like, they think Charlotte's going to win. Basically, I think that's the census of it all. They're thinking Charlotte's going to win, but I can't see Becky losing the match on Sunday. I can't. Charlotte win would be a bit too far with WWE, even for them. But yeah, that's all that Stephanie said was the match is going to be unified or not unified. I don't know. Winner takes all is what she said, and then she said women's take all, winner takes all, and Brock Lesnar came out, so that's not a good sign. And Paul Heyman says, because Brock Lesnar doesn't speak on occasions, that he finds it poetic that Stephanie said winner take all, because this Sunday in the Universal title match, Brock Lesnar is going to take everything for himself as well, because Brock will take everything that Rollins has to offer, his best shot, but then after all that, Brock is just going to take everything in Seth's life, because because Brock defines his own legacy at WrestleMania. He does what he wants, basically, when it comes to WrestleMania. And then Paul said, including beating The Undertaker and breaking the streak. Says that Brock Lesnar will end Seth Rollins' career on Sunday and violate Rollins while also desecrate the name that is WrestleMania. Only for them to go out for dinner afterwards and speak about Brock Lesnar's future plans after WrestleMania, because this match is just an afterthought. Brock Lesnar knows he's winning. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. And at that point, Seth Rollins comes out and says that it's the biggest match of both of our careers, Brock, because next Monday you're not going to be able to come around here and bully everyone. Look, no one wants you here, Brock. No one wants you. No one in the backstage. I certainly don't want you there. The fans don't want you there. Jog on, basically. Don't come back. He's never there anyway. Good sign. Brock's just there, laughing at him, and Brock goes to walk off, and Seth grabs him, hits a super kick. He hits a super kick in Brock's bollocks, basically. Brock hits a German suplex while still grabbing hold of his crown jewels, if you will. And then Seth manages to get out of an F5, another low blow, another super kick, and then the stomp he hits. Is it a good sign that Seth's getting the better of Brock on the Raw before Mania? We'll have to wait and see. Next up, we've got a weird match. Basically, it's all 4 teams in the women's tag team match. Obviously, the champions, Sasha and Bayley. The IIconics are in there, Nia and Tamina, and Beth Phoenix and Natalya. It was one of these weird matches where, the two face teams are on the same team, and then the 2 heel teams are on the same team. So we had Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Sasha Banks and Bayley on one side, Tamina, Nia Jax and the IIconics on the other side. It was an okay match. Everyone got their crap in, except for Nia Jax and Tamina, who decided to jump off the aprons when the IIconics tried to tag Nia Jax, I think it was. They just jumped off the aprons, didn't want anything to do with the match, but they stayed by ringside just in case anything happened. At this point, Bayley tried to crawl to the corner to make the hot tag, trying to look for Sasha Banks, but Beth Phoenix pushed Sasha Banks off the apron, tagged herself in, and then went wild on Billie Kay, I think it was, gorilla pressing her and everything. She then went to hit the ropes, Tamina dragging the middle rope down so Beth Phoenix fell to the outside. But this wasn't good, because Beth Phoenix just put Tamina through the timekeeper's area, because we all have a timekeeper's area spot where the whole barricade falls down. It's lovely. Peyton Royce drags Beth Phoenix back into the ring, only to be met with a glam slam from Beth Phoenix. So Beth Phoenix pins Peyton Royce going into Sunday. Will that mean anything on Sunday? We'll have to wait and see. But the face team, Beth Phoenix didn't look too much of a face, the face team pick up the victory over the IIconics and Nia Jax and Tamina. Up next we have Big Dave Batista coming out, and all he did was point at the Titantron, which showed a video package of every time Batista has beaten Triple H. He then gets on the mic and looks directly into the camera, takes his sunglasses off, and goes, "Hunter, kiss my ass." Just throws the mic away. Obviously, tonight's Raw was in Washington, D.C., Batista's hometown, so they were going mental for him. I was going mental for him. I love Batista, he's awesome. 4 simple words to build up hype for their no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania. I'm really looking forward to this match. It should be an absolutely quality matchup. Fingers crossed Batista can still go. No, he hasn't wrestled in a while. Good number of years. Or was it 2014? 15? I can't remember. So fingers crossed he hasn't lost any movement or anything like that. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this. We had a weird matchup between Apollo Crews and Jinder Mahal. It didn't last long, a minute, if that. With all of the... So those two are in the Andre the Battle... I've said it again. Andre the Giant Battle Royale on Sunday. And around the rest of the ring was the rest of the people in the Battle Royale on the Raw side anyway. It was just really, really random to see. And it wasn't a lumberjack match or anything, because Apollo Crews won it easily, and then they all started brawling in the ring. And I thought Braun was going to come out and destroy everyone. No. Apollo just ended up out on top, so he won the match and then ended out on top. I had Apollo to win the Battle Royale. He's not going to do that now. Better change my pick. For the last time ever, in his words, Kurt Angle came out to address the WWE Universe on Monday Night Raw. And all he said was he just wanted to thank the fans. He's heard some cheers and he's heard some boos. More cheers than boos. And he's appreciated every moment of his time in WWE and wrestling altogether. And then we see a video package of Kurt's career from the point he won the Olympic gold medal until today. And it was feels, man. Feels. All the feels. But he was rudely interrupted by his WrestleMania opponent, Baron Corbin, who... he was spitting truth, wasn't he? Saying that Kurt Angle is just a broken old man who can't keep up with today's wrestlers. Oh, I don't want it to be true, but it's damn true. Oh dear. Kurt Angle says, well, if you don't think that, maybe we should have a match now. An exhibition match before WrestleMania. Baron Corbin, as a heel does, he teases it, he jumps up on the apron, then jumps back down and says, nope, don't want any of that. Don't want any of that. So, who comes out to have Kurt Angle's side? None other than Rey Mysterio, and he challenges Baron Corbin to a match. Once again, Baron Corbin declines it, but then he strikes Rey Mysterio in the face, and then is demolished by both Kurt and Rey Mysterio. Kurt's got the momentum going into WrestleMania with his farewell match on the table. Who will win? I got my money on Corbin. We then had a match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Revival, the current champions, versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. And if you believe that tag team wrestling is dead, then you need to get your pulse checked, mate, because this match was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dash Wilder hitting one of the best gory bombs, I think they're called. I never knew the names of them, but they always looked like absolutely sick moves. But this was incredible. The snap and the fast pace of it was just incredible. He then hit an absolutely sick tornado DDT on the outside, running up the barricade. He was just on fire. Ricochet did another spot where he jumps over the ring post, and then eventually the Revival retain their Raw Tag Team Championships by Scott Dawson being under the ring, alongside Hornswoggle probably, and grabbing the leg of Ricochet before he could beat the count of 10 to win via count-out. Interesting way, but the faces got their revenge, if you will. Aleister Black hitting a nasty black mass onto Scott Dawson as he was collecting the tag team titles, and then they throw... No, it was Dash Wilder. Black Master Dash Wilder. They throw Scott Dawson into the ring after catching him under the ring. Another Black Mass to him, and then a 630 from Ricochet for the NXT stars. Now, they've got their match on Friday with the War Raiders for the NXT titles. Will they also have a match at WrestleMania for the Raw Tag Team titles? I don't know. Do they need... I guess... I don't know. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see on that one, because they've faced the Revival, a fair amount of times already. Like, 4 or 5 times maybe? I can't remember. It's been quite a few matches compared to any other team, and another match at Mania, although it'd be good. Is it necessary? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Up next was the 6-women tag match between Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch, and versus the Riot Squad. They put a stipulation on this match where, during the match, if one of Becky, Ronda, or Charlotte struck the other one, basically the 3 women in the main event, if one of them struck the other one, they would be taken out of the main event of WrestleMania. And it was quite a fun match, all 3 trying to goad each other into hitting them, and the match finished with, was it Becky in the ring? Charlotte then tagged herself in, got right up into Becky's face, telling her to jog on, basically, only for Ronda to tag herself in, and then get into the face of Charlotte, only for Liv Morgan to try and roll up Ronda Rousey, but Ronda managed to roll through it, lock in the armbar to make Liv Morgan tap, and the second the bell rang, Ronda Rousey was straight on top of Charlotte. A brawl broke out between all 3 members. Security guards, police officers came down, and it ended up with all 3 women being arrested. Arrested? What are you doing? And before, there was just hectic going on. It was really fun to watch. The segment was really fun to watch. It was just hectic. They all went backstage, tried to be put in cop cars. Ronda and Becky ended up in the same cop car, started kicking the shit out of each other. Ronda putting the glass through on the one car. Ronda then managed to drive a car into another car. I don't know how. I don't know what was going on. And then they managed to get Ronda back into one of the cop cars, only for Charlotte to come along. She was leaning out the window, because obviously the glass was gone from it. And she was leaning out the window, only for Charlotte to come out of nowhere, hit a brutal knee, Ronda's head crashing off the side of the car. She then lies back into the car, it was going crazy. Ronda and Becky then get driven away, Charlotte left in the arena. It was just hectic, but really, really fun. Really, really fun to watch. So no one stood tall. No one stood tall going into WrestleMania. No one got any momentum, if you will. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. After that match, we then had 2 filler matches, if you will. Heavy Machinery versus Roode and Gable. Heavy Machinery won this. Lacey Evans came out and did a ting halfway through. And then we had Braun Strowman versus 2 jobbers he challenged earlier in the night. And yeah, he beat them, obviously. Cool. Cool. We had another segment with Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush in the ring getting interviewed by Charlie Caruso. And yeah, it's just Lashley saying he's going to dominate. He doesn't care if Finn's the demon or not. He's going to dominate either way. And then Finn came up on the Titantron and said, he confirmed that at WrestleMania on Sunday he will be Demon Finn Balor. Exciting. Predictable. It's predictable. At least Finn's going to get a WrestleMania moment, hopefully. The main event of the evening was the match between Rey Mysterio and Baron Corbin. And this was just to finish off a very... I don't know, like the first 2 hours of Raw were pretty good, I thought. I quite enjoyed it. The last hour lost a hell of a lot of steam going into it. The brawl with Charlotte, Becky and Ronda definitely should have finished Raw. But they put it in the middle. Whatever, that's fine. Yeah, not much happened in the third hour. Baron Corbin defeating Rey Mysterio with a deep six. Only the second person he's been with a deep six, I think. But then after the match, as Baron Corbin was celebrating, Kurt Angle came out and applied the ankle lock, and we saw the visual of Baron Corbin tapping to the ankle lock. Who's going to win on Sunday? Baron Corbin or Kurt Angle? Or will that match go ahead? We don't know. It's going to go ahead. It's going to go ahead. WrestleMania this Sunday. All we got to do is get through SmackDown and NXT, and then we've got TakeOver and WrestleMania to look forward to. I cannot wait. And that's where I will see you next. Tomorrow, SmackDown Live. We got KO show with Randy and AJ. We got Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan doing their contract signing. What little bits are we going to get? Any more matches for WrestleMania? Both tag team titles are not on the line yet. Will we see one of them on the line? We'll have to wait and see. Please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new or you haven't done so already. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. Check out our website, www.badbookers.com. And anything else? Twitter. Check us out on there, BadBookersWP. I think that's it. I'll see you again for SmackDown Live tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.